Yo, what up, Street Talks? Eric Kim. So, the thought is movement is the goal. So, there's some terms I've been thinking about and hearing about, like one of them being visual kinesthesia, which means kinesthetic, kind of like kinesis, movement of the human body. And so visual kinesthesia is any sort of visual stimulus that kind of gets you going, right? And so I think for the most part, when you think about just like good artwork and good inspiration, motivation, I think anything that kind of gets you off your butt and gets you walking and moving and thinking and acting is typically a good thing. So for example, I recently watched Michael Bay's 2013 Pain and Gain with Mark Wahlberg and The Rock, and it's so funny because I actually have another friend named Rock at the gym. And then, you know, he's a senior. He could deadlift over like 600 pounds. The thing I found hilarious was he kind of recommended the film to me, so I was like, okay, I gotta give this a watch. So essentially the whole movie is kind of like the most like lowbrow film ever. But I personally loved it because it kind of got me going, it kind of got me moving, and they're essentially a bunch of juice heads who are just like doing steroids and doing all this crazy shit. But the reason why I really enjoyed it was after watching the film, or actually in the middle of watching the film, I kind of stopped watching the film like halfway through, and then I got up and I actually started lifting weights. I started to do lunges and stuff like that. And so that film was very good for me because it actually motivated me to move, and the word motivation literally means to move. So even when I do these videos, I like it because it's personally good motivation for me to get me moving. And this is why, for my personal happiness, the most essential thing for me is to just walk a lot. And therefore, being here in Providence, Rhode Island, where I'm living pretty downtown and I could essentially walk anywhere I want, and to me, my happiness is, yeah, like if I had a choice of having a Lambo and living in the burbs, or being downtown here and not having a car and being able to walk around everything, I would choose to walk around everywhere. Because my theory is the purpose of us humans is to walk, to move, to use our legs and stuff like that. And the more we're able to do that, typically the happier we are. We could take more photos, we could think more, and we have more energy in our legs and so forth. And even walking up hills, I love it, even though I do get short of breath, because yeah, it just kind of gets my muscles going, my juices flowing, and anything that does that is good. And so typically when it comes to like music, arts, films, books, anything that gets you going and moving is good. So thoughts that get you moving, ideas that get you going, stuff like that. And so the point is not for us to stay static, but kinesis is the goal, to keep moving, to keep flowing, to keep exploring.